Dear women, especially the married women, you're not supposed to be selfish in your relationship, in your marriage. Yes, as a woman, you're not meant to be selfish. If you're selfish, it's really wrong. Do not always feel like you're, as a woman, because you're a woman, you should always be the one receiving and receiving and receiving from that man. It is not right. Men also need someone to help them, to care for them as well. It is not only the woman that needs someone to care for them. No, there are so many women in their relationship, they are so selfish. It's always the man giving and giving and giving. The woman is on the other side receiving and receiving and receiving. And now I'm not just talking about money, but other things that are quite important. Men also need someone to talk to. Yes, women always feel like they are the ones that should always do the talking and the man should do the listening. But no. Sometimes when you talk, the man will listen, yes. But sometimes when the man is willing to talk, you have to shut up and listen. Men also need shoulder to cry on, to lean on. The same way you so much trust that man that you just open up to him all the time, you're always telling him things, you're always talking and he's doing the listening. That is the same way you should work towards earning his trust. Because once he's able to trust you, he'll be able to open up to you, so that he'll also be able to talk to you as well, relate with you properly. That is how it is meant to be. Sometimes you do the talking, sometimes you also do the listening. Don't always be on the receiving end. Men also need to be searched out. Yes, as a woman, you need to understand this. Women always feel like during dates and intimate conversations, there should always be the man to ask her out, ask her questions, pursue her and all of that. Yeah, I get it. But sometimes a man also needs you to show interest in him. He also needs you to ask him questions, to care, to show act like you care, to also pursue him too, so that he will feel needed as well. Not just the woman that needs to feel needed, the man also needs to feel needed. Like, this person really wants me, this person really wants to be in a relationship with me as well. It's not just the man pursuing the woman up and down. No, you also need to show interest in that man as well. A man also need your hugs as a woman. Yes, women always expect the man to do the hugging whenever they meet, but it doesn't mean that you should not hug your man when you guys meet. No, there is no big deal in hugging, because behind all that ego that men wear, there is this tender heart that also needs love and care. So you learn how to show that love and care. There is no big deal in hugging your man whenever you meet. You understand? It's no big deal. A heart is a heart, whether it belongs to a man or a woman. The heart wants what it wants. So that love and care is not just meant for the women, it's also meant for the men as well. Men also need to be protected. Yes, as a woman, as a wife, you have to learn to protect your husband's image. Yeah, you cannot sit in a place where you're surrounded by people that are talking ill about your husband, tarnishing his image, and you're just there. No, you should dare to protect his name. Whatever, maybe they're saying the wrong thing about him, maybe they're not even sure, they're just talking about it. You should be there to protect that man's image. You should correct them and shun the people talking ill about your husband. That is how to protect your man. You shouldn't just be there and people are talking ill about your husband. No, it is very, very wrong. So one of the ways to honor and respect that man is to protect him by protecting his image, whether in private or in public. As a woman, you don't have strength to protect that man when it comes to fight. At least you have mouth, so use that mouth to also protect that man. Men also need to hear "I love you." Yes, so as a woman, you need to learn how to tell your husband "I love you." Don't always wait for the man to tell you "I love you" so that you now say "I love you" too. Sometimes always be the first to say it, and let it come from your heart. Be sincere, really mean it. If you say it with all sincerity, that man will know. Men also need to hear "I love you." In my last episode, I was telling the men especially the calm and reserved ones. I was telling them that they need to learn to tell their wives I love you. But in today's episode, I am here to tell the women that they need to tell their husbands I love you. I'm siding the men today. So it's I'm trying to balance it. So it's the duty of both sides. Both the woman and the man needs to do their part for the relationship and marriage to work. So it's not only meant for the men to say I love you and the woman will not say I love you too. No. Sometimes when you just feel like expressing your love for your partner, say it, be it the man or the woman. There is nothing wrong with it. In fact, when a man stops hearing wife, he will begin to feel like he's losing the wife. So it's very important that you learn to tell your partner I love you. It's not hard. Men also need gifts too. Yeah, you know, women love gifts and they're always at the receiving end. The men are always doing the buying and the buying and the buying. But my dear, it is not only the man that should do the buying of gifts. As a woman, you need to learn to also buy that man gifts. Yes. All you need to do is to find out what pleases him, what he likes. Something that will help him to boost his ego, what fits him more. Learn to celebrate that man, buy him gifts. Celebrate him, celebrate his achievements, no matter how big or small. Do something for that man. Men also need to be prayed for. Yes, I understand that men are supposed to be the high priest of the home in that marriage. I understand, yes, no argument. But as a woman, you also need to learn to cover that man up spiritually. You have to learn to shield that man in prayers. It is very important. He needs it. Men also need to be romanced. Yes, it is not just the duty of a man to be romantic. Love is best enjoyed when it is mutual. So it is not just the job of the man to be romantic. It is a mutual something. So sometimes the man should be romantic and sometimes the woman should be romantic as well. Sometimes you as a woman, you need to learn to do things that will melt that man's heart. Sometimes you need to learn to be forward sometimes. Do romantic things in your relationship or marriage. It is not just the job of the man to be romantic. I mean, it is the both of you in that relationship. So you have to learn to open up your heart and show that man how much you love him. Men also need comfort. Yes, when a man is hot, he cries. Most of them don't cry physically, but emotionally, men cry. They cry more emotionally than physically safe. So as a woman, you have to learn to comfort your man when he's hot, when he's going through a lot, when he's having a bad day. You have to learn to comfort that man. Approach him, comfort him, and tell him that everything is going to be okay. Don't be the type of woman that doesn't even know how to read her husband's mood. You don't even know when that man is crying emotionally because you love to put up like a disco attitude or you're careless. No, do not be that type of woman. Do not be that type of wife. It is really bad. Men also need compliments. Yes, women, you need to understand this. You know, in my last episode, I was telling the men that they need to learn to compliment their wives. But in today's episode, I am now telling the women that men also need compliments. Yes, you know, the women always expect the men to always be the one complimenting them whenever they look beautiful and sparkling and all of that. But as a woman, you shouldn't be silent about your man's goodness. I mean, whenever your husband is looking really nice, maybe he just had a haircut or he bought new set of clothes, why not compliment that man? Whenever he's looking really sweet and handsome, don't wait for another woman to do your job. Compliment that man. It will make him to feel good. Men also need a massage. Yes, women, it's not only you guys that go through a lot of stress and tension. The men also go through a lot. So a man, maybe after a busy day at work, after having a very stressful day, he might just come back and all he needs is to just eat and relax and have a massage from his own wife. You know, in my last episode, I was telling the men to learn to massage their women. But in today's episode, I am not telling the women to learn to also massage the men. As a woman, allow your feminine hands to ease the tension in that man's body. Allow your hands to reduce the stress in that man's body. Please, it is not just the job of a man to massage his woman, but it's also very important that the woman learns to massage her own man as well. The both of you can take turns in massaging each other. It's really romantic. So as a woman, please learn to massage your man. Don't leave your job for the women at the spa all the time. Sometimes just bring out time to do it. It's not a big deal. Men also need a partner that initiates sex. Men are always the one that women always feel like they should be the ones to always initiate sex, because they are always the ones that want and like sex more. Fine and good, but it doesn't mean that you as a woman, you should not initiate sex. I mean, the both of you are married, so there is no big deal in you as the woman initiating sex with your partner. You understand? So because that man wants to feel and wants to experience you initiating that sex, like he wants to know that you want his sex just the same way he wants yours as well. So it is not a bad thing if you as the wife initiate sex sometimes. Men also need to be looked after. I know that men of the home and all of that. As a gentleman, you need to look after your woman's needs and meet her needs. The woman also needs to meet your needs as well. So the ladylike thing to do as a wife is to know your husband's needs and meet them as well. Why is this important? Because that man is your big baby. Men also love romantic gestures. It is not only the women that love all the checking up on her, sending her love messages, love texts, calling her, giving her a surprise call, knowing how she's doing, how her day is going, and all of that. Men also love those things. So it is very important that you reciprocate. Sometimes just call your man and know how he's doing. Check up on him. Sometimes you can send him love messages. There is nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. I mean, this is your partner. So those romantic gestures that men often show to their women, please, you need to understand that men also need those things as well. Be intentional about your man. Be intentional about the love you have for that man. If maybe you guys had a misunderstanding and the both of you have not called each other in days, there is nothing wrong with you as the woman being the first to call, giving that man a surprise call or a surprise text just to end that misunderstanding, that quarrel. There is nothing wrong with it. Do not always wait for the man to give out romantic gestures. You can also do it as a woman. Men also need a faithful partner. Yes, the society sees men as dogs, as cheats. Yeah, but it's not all men. Not all men cheat. In fact, any man that does not cheat deserves a woman that does not cheat. Everybody deserves a good partner. So the women, I'm here to enlighten you and make you understand that men also need a woman that will be faithful to them, not a woman that will be busy flirting around. There are also so many women out there that cheat, because when men cheat, they cheat on their wives with another woman. So there are so many women out there that cheat. But as a woman, as a good wife, please, you need to understand that men also need a faithful partner. Men also need assurance. Yes, men get easily jealous. Just like the women, they also get insecure sometimes. So it's very important that you help your partner to trust you. Help your partner understand and give them that assurance that it is just them, and that you love them sincerely. Do not be the type you keep complaining that your husband is insecure, but you're the one making him feel insecure. When you keep flirting around and hiding things from that man, why won't he feel jealous and insecure? So please, do not make that man feel insecure. Rather, give him that assurance that you trust him and you love him and you're willing to earn his trust by being faithful and committed to him and to that marriage. And finally, for today's episode, men also need financial gestures. Yes, Women have this mentality that the man's money is our money, but her own money is her money. My dear, men also need financial gestures, because sometimes that man could be going through financial hurdles, going through a little financial problem. He needs your assistance as well. That is why the both of you are partners. Even when that man is not going through financial problem, your money is your money as a woman, yes, but it is not entirely just your money. So sometimes you have to give that man, you have to know how to show financial gestures towards that man. Even when he doesn't need it, you know that that man has the money, but sometimes just do it out of love. Don't be selfish. His money is our money, but your money is your money, yes, but do not be selfish about it. Do not allow that society mindset to control your relationship or marriage. There is nothing wrong with you spending on your husband. Who doesn't like money? Everybody loves financial gestures, both the rich and the poor. So learn to show financial gestures towards your man. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is that the women need to understand that all those things they always want the man to do for them, the man also needs them as well. He needs all those things, those romantic gestures, financial gestures, all those things that the man uses to show how much he loves the woman. The man also needs them as well. The woman also needs to display those things towards their man as well. So nobody should be self-centered or selfish about love. When you're in a relationship or as you're married, you have to learn to show your partner love more than he or love that he or she has for you. It's very important. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish about showing your partner love. So that is all I have to say for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for listening, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Tell me what you think about today's video. I would really love to hear your reviews. Please kindly drop them in the comment section. Thank you so much for that. And please don't forget to like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode.